All right, game number 3 between Apocalypse and Rainy.
Welcome, Commander.
People are still talking about the balance in the chat, and that's awesome. It's awesome to hear that. That last game, there's so many things that we could talk about between Warbots, Roaches, Broodlords. And you know, I think maybe it's because Rainy didn't upgrade his Broodlord Carapace. He didn't upgrade his air armor. I think that made a huge difference. Oh, look, Apocalypse picking Nerazim went up to his own volition. In the bottom right, Rainy picking Swarm. This is a best of 3. It's 1-1. This series has been awesome so far. Just stellar. That last game was nuts. It was nuts. It came down to the final fight there as both players are running out of cash. But Apocalypse, his strong suit is definitely Nerazim. We've seen him perform very well with Nerazim in the past. Very good with harassment. Very good with dropping those disruptors. We'll see if we see that this game or not. RenieHouR with Swarm. I don't think I've seen Rainy play Swarm. We've definitely seen some great infested games from Rainy. We've definitely seen some great Nerazim games from Rainy from last tournament. Not sure about Swarm. Look at Apocalypse. GLHF. What a mannered man. In the past, I think it's been like an inside joke that Apocalypse never GLHF or GGs, so it's just kind of a goofy little joke. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, I assume both players are pretty exhausted after that game, and here they are playing again. The nice thing, I will say, and I'm assuming this is going to be pretty nice for RenieHouR, is the last tournament, he was playing overnight. He was playing, it was like 4 or 5 in the morning when he was playing those games. Now, because we changed the time, he's able to play during the daytime for him, so I'm happy. I think it's, I'm not sure. Not good with my time conversions. What time is it in Korea right now? Somebody fill me in. But this is probably a much better time for him than the last one. But huge props to both of these players for showing us some really, really fun matches. Some great play and some fun matches to watch. And, you know, I'm happy for whoever wins. But from a spectator perspective, it's not that important to me. You know, I'm happy for the winner, but it's just so cool that both players, whoever wins, whoever loses, can provide us with such a fun match, a fun round to watch. That stressed me out just casting. I'm tired. I can't imagine how they feel having to play that. I'm tired just talking through that whole game. All right, it looks like Apocalypse going for Fast Stalkers. It's always the choice, Stalkers or Adepts. He's going for Stalkers. Adepts do cost early Terrazine. If you do unlock them, they each cost 7 Terrazine, so that can affect you later down the line. Now, this map, I'm not sure if we're going to see any late game. This map isn't that conducive to a 40-minute game like the last one, but maybe. Late game Nerazim is not something you see too often. There was one replay Summerloud sent me that I was grateful to see, where we saw 1 Dark Archon or 2 Dark Archons being built that tried to cast some Apocalypse spells. So I'm grateful to have been able to see it, but it's just not something that you see too often with Nerazim. Alright, I also want to point out, as this game still starts ramping up, that Summerloud has progressed into the Losers Round Finals to fight against Carosero. The winner of that will swing up to fight the winner of this in the finals. Actually, no, that's not true. They'll fight the loser of this in the Losers Bracket Finals, and then the winner of that swings back up. So it's possible we'll see a Rainy versus Apocalypse again in the finals if the loser of this can take out either Carosero or Summerloud, both of which are good players in their own right. All right, very, very fast Warp Robo and Robo Bay from Apocalypse, which tells me either Disruptors or Annihilators, possibly both, probably Disruptors. Fast Zerglings, though, coming across the map from RenieHouR, perhaps wanting to end this one much faster than the last one. Pneumatized Carapace for Fast Overlords. All right, I'm not sure why, to be honest, but maybe it's so that he can... I honestly have no idea. Just scout. I really don't know. Just to get vision up here. And he's trying to break through. He's losing Zerglings, but another warp in from Apocalypse. And Nerazim are very, very strong for that exact reason. Nerazim are very strong because they get the immediate warp gates, which you can just reinforce that wall very, very, very quick. This Overlord trying to get out, it's definitely going to make it. Pneumatized Carapace paying off already. 100 minerals, 100 gas. That 100 minerals has already paid off because that's one Overlord that will not need to be rebuilt. Also, he got the info. Oh yeah, he saw everything. So what do we got coming out here? There's the Disruptors, and hopefully this time I won't miss the Disruptor drops. Let's see those fatty Purification Novas exploding on 10 workers at a time. Let's see it! It makes my heart die. Well, that's just me dying. It makes me die a little inside every time a Purification Nova takes out a bunch of workers at the same time. It hurts. It hurts. I love disruptors. I like using them. I don't play much multiplayer. I play a little bit. I'm in platinum, not very good, but every so often when I do play, I play random. If I do get some Protoss random, oh, here it goes. I love playing disruptors. Oh God, no! I died inside just a little bit. Every time it happens. Oh, it's the worst. All right, well, looks like Rainy now reacts and trying to keep the Zerglings underneath the Warp Prism so that he can kill the Disruptor as it drops out right away. And it's possible Apocalypse is going to try to drop this, and let's see if he can get it. Oh, wow, what a good... Oh, no! Ah! What a great drop by Apocalypse, dropping it in the mineral line so that the Zerglings couldn't surround it and kill it. Rainy throwing down his third base, and the supply is surprisingly even, so I think Rainy has probably invested a lot in drones. So what he's lost in drones, which is 14 to 1 Disruptor, Apocalypse has spent in units. And Apocalypse now just getting his expansion. It's sort of just like old school Reaver drops. I mean, it's cool, but it hurts. It hurts a little bit, and it looks like Apocalypse is transitioning into Phoenix. Into Phoenix, a very interesting transition, just to be super annoying. Gonna kill so many drones with these unless we see some fast Hydralisk, but the Hydralisk den for Rainy is now finishing. So, I don't think he knows about this. He may. Ah, the Disruptor getting taken out. Wonderful to see. But the Phoenix, I mean, the Overlords are fast, so some of them may be able to escape across the map, but this one's probably gonna get taken out. But Rainy definitely knows that there are Phoenix now. So, here's the thing, is how invested is Apocalypse in Phoenix? And how much of that does Rainy know? Does Rainy know that there are 2 Stargates? He doesn't. So it's really just about how Rainy wants to react to this. So he obviously, you would think, no Mutalisks. Why would I make Mutalisks if my opponent is going Phoenix? But, we know that Apocalypse has 2 Stargates, which probably means he's really going to invest in Phoenix or late-game air. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do, but the fact that he has 2 Stargates to me means probably, so that means no Mutalisks. Alternatively, RenieHouR might want to call his bluff and say, well, you've got 2 Phoenixes. You might, this might just be kind of a bluff where you're trying to avert me away from Mutalisks, so I'm going to make Mutalisks anyway. Now, that is not the case. I'm just saying I've seen that in some maps where players may decide to get 1 or 2 Phoenix just to make their opponent think, nope, can't even risk making any sort of air units because the Phoenix, he's already got a Phoenix air advantage. But it looks like Apocalypse is definitely, he's definitely committing to this. We've got Groove Spines coming out for Rainy, which is going to help a lot on his Hydralisks to wipe out the Phoenix. He's got Spore Crawlers in each of his bases. Will it be enough, though? The Phoenix are going to be able to come in and very easily pick up 1 at a time. And, 1 Spore Crawler can do a lot, but not enough. How many are there here? 4? And here are the Hydralisks. They are in that killer adaptation. They're quite slow, as you can tell. If they're in the hunter adaptation, they move faster and attack faster, I believe. So the plus 20 attack speed, it's implying that you gain your 15% movement speed back because you're no longer in the killer adaptation, but then you also get the 20% attack speed. Pretty sure that's how that is listed. What's happening down here? Oh, more Disruptors. More Disruptors, but it looks like Rainy got a decent amount of his workers out, but this Warp Prism is just the worst. 2 Disruptors in it. All right, and let's check workers killed. I mean, Apocalypse is just being a harassment master right now. He's gotten rid of so many drones, and Rainy has been unable to really retaliate in kind. These poor Hydralisks are so slow. I mean, they do extra damage and they have extra armor, but they are so slow. I suspect Rainy's leaving them in the killer adaptation because, oh no, that's where killer adaptation is challenging. Good splits by Rainy, though, only losing 1 Hydralisk to that second Purification Nova, but not able to take out the Warp Prism or either Disruptor. But I suspect he's leaving them in killer adaptation because if they get lifted by Phoenix, they won't be killed as quickly because they have that +1 base armor. That's my suspicion. I may be wrong. I don't know. It looks like he's made those Zerglings into Raptorlings to sneak up in here. I missed if he killed any workers. He did not. Checking units and resources lost. Heavily favoring Apocalypse right now. But as we saw last game, the tables can turn very fast. What do we have coming out here? Charge coming out for the Nerazim. Meanwhile, more of these drops, and this Warp Prism just needs to die. Now, this is where Mutalisks, you could consider Mutalisks, but actually we have a large attack. Oh, God. Oh, it hurts. It hurts to watch. Big Purification Nova as RenieHouR is forced to retreat again. Disruptors have been huge. Oh, I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. One disruptor goes down inside the warp prism. That was nice to see. The other disruptor might get picked off here. The Purification Nova going to kill the Hydralisks, but that was still nice to see. Every time a warp prism dies, full of disruptors, an angel gets its wings, just like every time a Teledream mothership dies. Alrighty, here's Charge. Very, very effective against these Hydralisks as they try to run away, and again, the killer aspect is sort of killing them because they just can't move fast enough. And he's changing them all. Now he's changed some of them back to Hunters. And here the Hydralisk going to do pretty well against Fanatics. One distinct change that I should point out is that the Fanatics do have Charge as opposed to the Kala Zealots, which simply just move faster. Alrighty, so Phoenix, Fanatics, Disruptors. This is a terrifying combo that definitely requires some micro. If Apocalypse can do it, if he can get out the good Purification Novas, if the Fanatics can distract the Hydralisks from killing the Phoenix, if he can lift things with the Phoenix at the same time, he's in good shape. But that is a tall order. One Purification Nova goes out to no effect. Another one goes out! No, well, he got maybe 2 Hydralisks, but that one was pretty big. And here the Hydralisks, I think now he realizes that he's pretty safe. But the Fanatics actually all mostly going down. And Rainy looking like he's cleaning this up. Great micro by him, getting rid of 2 Disruptors. Getting rid of both Disruptors. The Phoenix are going to try to get out of there. I'm not sure how many he killed right there, but that was a big pickup from Rainy. That definitely evened the scores. He was able to push back Apocalypse's aggression right there, and now going to try to secure his 4th base. Really good play there by both players. Really interesting composition there by Apocalypse, and the fact that he has 2 Stargates opens the door for him to make a lot more Phoenix if he so chooses, but I don't think he will. 1 Phoenix goes down. The others are probably going to get away. Now Rainy deciding to change into that Hunter. The Hunter adaptation, I keep wanting to say evolution, is same thing. With the 20% attack speed and no movement speed debuff. So I think that this is a better all-around adaptation, but especially if you're against Disruptors. If there are no Disruptors on the field, then I think the killer adaptation is great. It's fine. It's better to use when you know that the enemy is attacking you. It's a better defensive choice because of the extra damage and armor. But if you need to avoid those Purification Novas, stick with the Hunter adaptation, I'd say. Interesting that both of these appear available at this point. Something must be wonky. Or I just had something. That's because I have the Zerglings selected as well. Alright, and now we have Shadow Charge out from Apocalypse. So much has been going on, I haven't been keeping track of the production tab. And it looks like, oh, the Purification Nova's getting canceled because Rainy takes out the Disruptors in time. That would have been a huge game changer, but instead, he took it out in time. Here come more Fanatics coming in, and again, they do have Shadow Charge, but it's not going to be enough. One big, oh, and again, just at the last split second, he takes it out before it could explode. Apocalypse now saying, Hydras, you're so OP. I'm not sure if he's referring because of the Hunter adaptation with the attack speed. Maybe. Everybody that played HeptaCraft that was playing Swarm used to think that Hydras were trash. Hydras were just hot trash, and now apparently they're just the thing. So Summerloud delivers. When you say you want something changed, he will change it. It may be a little too good for what you're hoping, but I don't know. I mean, Apocalypse played really well with those Disruptors, and I don't know. I can't in my heart say that it was because Hydralisks are too good, but I do love Hydralisks. What a great game from both players, and Rainy progresses into the finals. Semifinals. Nah, finals. It's the semifinals because they have to fight whoever wins the loser's bracket. Yep. Great game.